Okay, in this video, we will be solving absolute value inequalities, and then we will graph. So we want to solve this inequality and then graph. So the absolute value of x plus 4 is less than 8. And so we can solve this by saying that x plus 4 is less than 8, but greater than negative 8. And so what we did here was say x plus 4 is less than 8. This statement right here came from here. And since we're dealing with absolute values, this would be greater than negative 8. And so now we want to solve for x. So we can subtract by negative 4 here, subtract by negative 4 here and here. And so we could say that negative x is greater than negative 12, but less than 4. And so now we can even check it. So let's try plugging in negative 11. We plug in negative 11 for x, and we would get negative 11 plus 4 would be negative 7, the absolute value of negative 7, right? And so the absolute value of negative 7 is less than 8. So that's true. Next we'll try 3. If we plug in 3, we get 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 is less than 8. So that's true. And that's kind of explaining why this is negative 8 and this is going to be less than x plus 4. And so now we want to graph it. So negative 12 is here, 4 is here, and x is going to be between it. X is not going to include negative 12 or 4 because it's not saying x is less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. That's why we have an open circle. So it includes everything but negative 12 and but 4 in this region right here. And so this is the first question. Now we'll do the second question. So we want to do the exact same thing. Solve the inequality and then graph it. So we have the absolute value of 2x plus 6 is greater than or equal to 10. And so what we do here, since 2x plus 6 is greater than or equal to this number, we say 2x plus 6 is greater than or equal to 10, or 2x plus 6 is less than or equal to negative 10. So we flip the sign and we made it negative. Flip the sign, negative. And so next we would subtract by negative 6, subtract by negative 6. So 2x is greater than or equal to 4. 10 minus 6 is 4. So we could say that x is greater than or equal to 2. Now we'll do this one. So negative 6 would be negative 16. So 2x is less than or equal to minus 16. And so x is less than or equal to minus 8. And so now we would graph it. So x is less than or equal to minus 8. So we'll have a filled circle at negative 8. And the arrow would go this way because x is less than or equal to it. And now we'll do 2. So at 2, x is greater than or equal to 2. So it includes 2. And the arrow would go this way. And now this is something that's important to actually memorize. So whenever we have this inequality, the absolute value inequality is less than a number, we will do something like this, where the answer would be between it, like this. But if the inequality is greater or equal to a number like this, then we would typically get something like this, and we would have to kind of separate it out. Because right here is not an answer. If I was to plug in 0, this would not be a correct statement. So 2 times 0 is 0, plus 6, so 6. 6 is not greater than or equal to 10. So that would not be true. And so that's why for this problem we can do something like this, and for this problem we have to do something like this. And that's how we could solve absolute value inequalities.